This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake your body.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Right now, man, we got one of the soldiers in this hip-hop game. Somebody I respected for years now. I remember he first used to come up to MTV and campaign his movement, and been a solid guy ever since, and has put out solid music ever since, running with a winning team. It's the one, the only Stalley is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, yes.
What's up, man?
I'm good.
Hey, man, you've been here enough where, my intro, I had to condense it this time. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
Man, you hear it and it's a celebratory moment because, when you think of MMG and the entire family, man, as of late, man, Meek has been in the news a whole lot.
Free Meek Mill.
Free Meek Mill. How is he looking? Do you communicate with him at all?
Yeah, I mean, he's good. You know what I mean? He's holding his head. He's in a positive light. He's working. He got probably 8 albums done. You know what I'm saying?
So really?
You know what I'm saying? Just working. So he's good, though.
He's good, right? O'Malley came by a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
He said he's going to step up into the role and, and definitely take their camp to another level. There was the moment with Meek and Wale for a second. Where were you when that happened?
Man, I think I was in the studio when I first seen that, and I was just like, I don't know what, I'm just like caught like everybody else did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we family. We go through problems.
Yeah.
We talk it out. We love each other. That's all it is, for real.
You ain't never had no problems with anybody in MMG?
Nah, definitely not. I mean, like I said, we just, like as men, as artists, as people who are passionate about what we do, musically and artistically, period. We want the support from our family, especially, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter from the outside world. So, at the end of the day, I could see the passion that Meek had, but it's a way to do it. It's a way to handle it. But off the record, I'm sure everything was situated and smoothed out.
Smoothed out, man. When you consider these situations, when the onlookers, like the fans, they look in, they see MMG, and you see all these major figures in the music business, but everybody was kind of put together. But do y'all really know each other well, or y'all just have respect for each other? Just as artists.
I think we grew to know each other well. At first it was just a respect thing. It was like, okay, Ross, brought us out. He kind of handpicked us and brought us together, and we knew of each other before even meeting each other. But then afterwards, it grew that camaraderie, it grew that family, that real brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So with that, it became love, family, support from everybody.
Yeah, I look at like Young Money, and we're gonna talk about your project, but this is interesting to me. When you got Tiger, who does his own thing his own way, you got Nicki, who does her own thing her own way, and we love watching that.
Yeah,
true.
You got Drake that does his own thing his own way. You got Wayne, who's the boss, does his own thing his own way. That's kind of like I see MMG. Wale does his own thing his own way.
Correct.
Meek does his own thing his own way. You doing your own thing your own way, and it's more in a traditional sense, in my opinion, because I don't hear a lot of hoopla from you. You know what I mean? In terms of you're not sounding off on the mic, look at me, look at me.
Nah.
You're the type, to me, in my opinion, you put out your music and you push that music first, you push that culture first. Has that benefited you, or what's the pros and cons to that? Because you could stand up on your soapbox and start talking shit, you know what I mean, and make all these blogger headlines, and you don't take that route. What has it been like for you, though? Has it been harder?
It has, because sometimes I do want to do that. You know what I mean? But it is important to push the culture first, because I love this culture. I love hip hop. Like, I'm not just a rapper. I'm somebody who's an activist, someone who supports the movement, someone who supports all MCs. And I come from the days of when you really had to rap, and it wasn't about being put in boxes. When I was coming up, it was like Ice Cube, Scarface, Talib Kweli, Common, Mos Def. It was The Roots. It was De La Soul. Then it was Brother Lynch Hung. It was Sibo. It was Spice One. It was MC8. But it didn't matter. Like, we wasn't like, oh, that's a gangster rapper, or that's a backpacker or whatever. It was just like, these dudes could rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's what I'm trying to bring back. Like, it's just about the rap. Like, everything is a spectacle now. Everybody feels like they have to create a show in order to sell music. But I always just try to push the music and let that speak for itself.
I like that. Stalley is joining us right now. Real quick, you talked about being an activist, and you named some names who've been key figures in you know, being, you know, in the conscious and aware. I call it the aware movement, you know, behind the lights, behind the hoopla, behind, you know, the marketing plans. You know, the primary goal is to reach the people.
Correct.
When you look at this situation that's taking place in Ferguson as an artist, has it inspired you to reach out or to write something or to, you know, just vocalize your opinion on it? Or
definitely, you know, like it's really like it broke my heart when I seen it. Like I was speechless. Like that's the first time I really ever been speechless, because Ferguson is a small, you know, it's a Midwest town. I'm from a Midwest town where we have a lot of Mike Browns. We have a lot of, you know, brothers just trying to do positive or trying to make it out of those areas. And when you see somebody innocently get gunned down and treated the way he was treated, and that whole community treated the way it's been treated, it's very heartbreaking. So it's definitely inspiring. Being that I'm so attached to the Midwest and so attached to, you know, our young youth, it's definitely something that made me be like, man, I got to pick up the pen. It made me want to even put that consciousness or that, I guess that consciousness into the music even more and drive it, because it's missing.
It's missing.
Like people aren't speaking out openly. Like, you know what I mean? Like we'll get into a record and it's like got some, you know, lyrics towards the police or whatever, but it's like back in the day when Public Enemy and KRS-One and all those people were talking, you know, openly about, you know, fuck the police or, you know, we want our rights or self-destruction, whatever it was like they weren't afraid to do that. But now people are afraid to open up and, you know, actively be like, you know, fuck what's going on, fuck the police, fuck the government, whatever, like stand up for something. But, you know, they'll be quick to call out another artist, but when it comes to calling out what's going on in our communities, they quiet.
They quiet, right? You got the Project Ohio, which is finally set to be released October 28th.
Correct.
I want to talk about the album and open up the phone lines, 888-742-3345. We're going to play Jackin Chevys now, and then we're going to world premiere another song, Never Before Her, right?
Never Before
Nobody's
her.
played this, right?
I brought it to you because you are the hip-hop historian, someone who will appreciate this record.
Thank you.
But Jackin Chevys you can appreciate too.
All right, let's get into that. Stalley's here. Give us a call. Sway in the morning, Shade 45. Cruising down the street. I like that. 13 minutes into the hour. That's Jackin Chevys off the album Ohio, set to be released October 28th. Stalley is here.
Yes.
Man, you got to tell people sometimes they don't know. I like to, that's what I like to do, man. Tie the past to the present to the future. Where you get that flow from? That what inspired that song?
The late great Eazy E, you know, NWA, just again, a group of individuals who was fighting the power, who was fighting against the police and, you know, trying to bring positivity to the community in a way of music. One of the first, you know, they pioneers. So as a kid, when I first heard them cursing and talking crazy on records, it was like mind-blowing to me, you know, hearing that from my older cousins and brothers and sisters who was playing that music. But that was definitely inspired from them. You know, shout out my homie Rashad. He did the production. We just bringing that Ohio sound. You know, a lot of people don't know
let's
that's
talk
that
about
Ohio sound.
That's the Ohio sound, which people mistake for a West Coast sound.
Correct.
But if you dig deep in the crates, you'll find groups like the Ohio Players, like Roger and Zapp,
the Isley Brothers.
The Isley Brothers that really
Collins.
Boosie, that influenced Parliament.
Yes.
That influenced the LA sound, that influenced Dr. Dre.
Correct.
To make a lot of the music he made early on with NWA, CIA, NWA, and then Aftermath and Death Row.
Exactly.
So that's interesting to know.
Yeah.
Right?
So we finally have a MC, a real spitter from Ohio who can bring that sound and represent that sound in the forefront, and that's what we doing. You know what I mean? We just basically, it's no diss to them or anybody, but it's just we taking that sound back and we gonna let people know where it originated from.
There it is. Stalley is here, 888-742-3345. We're gonna take them to Alabama. Hold up my phone. Okay, there we go. We got Kevin on the line. Kev, good morning, Kev. How you doing?
Man, what's up, Stalley? This DJ Kunta, man, from Block Beaters.
What's happening, brother? How you?
Man, I just wanted to shout out, goddamn, get on the line and let everybody know, bro. I work with a lot of artists over in the industry with these beat making and stuff. But Stalley is one of the most humble artists I have ever worked with. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about being able to give the game and everything, and I want y'all to know that October 28th, y'all will not be disappointed.
Okay, that's
Not
what's
be
up.
disappointed.
That's the day the album come out, Ohio. Same day Lil Wayne is dropping his Carter 5, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so maybe Wayne and you could go on tour and do some stuff, right? I mean, Wayne out with Drake right now, but maybe they can add you to the bill.
Exactly. I would be honored, do a little Young Money, MMG collab.
Yeah.
But I would love to touch that stage with Wayne, man. You know what I'm saying? And just get out there and get in front of those new faces.
That's what's up. Kirk in Ohio, good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. What's going on this morning?
What's happening with you, man? Say what up to Stalley.
Stalley was good, man.
What's happening, Kirk?
What's happening? I just called to congratulate you on your Ohio Hip Hop Award nomination.
Thank you, bro.
Me and my band, we nominated too for Best Live Performance. So hopefully, when you win, you know what I'm saying, you'll come through, show some love, man. Should be a good time.
Of course.
What's the name of your
band?
band?
You guys gonna win too. Yeah, what's the name of the band?
8-Bit Genetic Code.
Okay. Where y'all out of?
We out of Columbus, Ohio, man.
Okay, 614.
Shout out to Rashad,
yeah, Rashad. He in the building.
What's the name of your band again, bro?
8-Bit Genetic Code.
Okay, all right.
That's how we do in Ohio. You see, that probably sound like the new parliament right there.
There it is, right? Yolanda, good morning. Where you calling from, Yolanda?
Hi, Sway. It's nice talking to you this morning. I'm calling from Compton, and I'm actually want to tell Stalley he took me back. I'm born and raised in Compton. I can relate to what he's talking about, and I'd like to switch it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And shout out to Compton. Make sure you check out that video, too. It's on spin.com. We shot the whole video in Compton. Eazy E's mom and Little Eazy, they opened up the crib for us and let us come in. I got to, go into the original studio where Eazy recorded all his music. Everything was still original, all furniture. Still had the speakers and the computer. So, man, shout out to Compton for showing love, man. The whole... That's East Side and West Side.
So, did you see any old memorabilia in the studio?
Yeah, I mean there was plaques there. Like I said, the mic was still there. He still had the same computer.
Yep.
Still had the same keyboard. Like the chairs, like everything was like they tried to keep it as original as possible. His son. Little Eazy does a lot of tracking of his vocals in there, and then before they go over to the real studio or to the big studio, I should say, and do the mixing. But yeah, man, they keeping it alive. It's beautiful to see.
That's great. Eazy E with Ruthless Records was like one of the first indie labels that came out of. Well, he wasn't one of the first to achieve the type of success he had early on, and made him a major factor in the music business when he signed his deal with. Distribution deal with Relativity.
Relativity.
Priority first.
Yeah, that's what Priority.
And then Relativity did its own thing. So, man, rest in peace to Eazy E.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of the illest to ever do it.
I could tell you a good Eazy E story real quick.
I need to hear it.
We used to be, King Tech and I, Wake Up Show is here on Shade 4-5 now, but we were in L.A. on the radio station then, and Eazy had his show, Ruthless Radio. With Julio G and all these guys, and we would have the Wake Up Show come on right after Ruthless, and he had Bone Thugs and Harmony. Nobody would play Bone Thugs and Harmony initially.
That's
Nobody
crazy.
Would play Bone, right? And then Bone, and so we were always in the studio together. So I was like, all right, man, we'll play the song. So we played it, and our show was syndicated.
Yeah,
and he was so grateful. He would come to our house and hang out. And I remember one time we were hanging out. He used to have these big SUVs, and Eazy used to have compartments in his car where he kept certain things, right?
Right.
And he always used to like to show off. He'll push a button and then a lever come down and then you'll see a gun or something. He used to say, Sway, look at my gun. He was just excited about the things he had, but he was real with it.
Yeah.
He was real. Anyway, Stalley is with us right now. That's what I want to do, man. I want to go into this world premiere.
Yes, please.
It's a song that no one's heard before. We're going to post it on SwayUniverse.com. We're going to tweet it out. We're going to put it on the Facebook page. We're going to put it on all platforms. Tell me about this song.
This song right here is called Always Into Something. Again, it's featuring the homie Ty Dolla $ign.
Okay.
It got a little bit of that vibe, like we was just talking about, that Ohio, West Coast, if you want to say vibe. But it's just basically telling you, giving you the feel of Ohio, giving you the feel of the Midwest, just how we hang, how we, interact with each other, how we represent in the streets, and just the struggle and the good times too. You know what I mean? It's a fun record, but it's also a record that just kind of brings you on the block with us, and you can kind of just survey and just see how we living.
I like that you rep Ohio so hard.
Man, hard.
All right.
We have to, because it ain't many of us. You know what I mean? There hasn't been a lot. You said Bone. There's been a few others, but like one thing too is like, and this is no diss to anybody, but it's like we haven't really had that official Ohio sound, that real authentic. Like, I'm an authentic Ohio dude. When you hear me, when you see me, when you touch me, whatever, it's Ohio to the core. So you need to hear that through the music.
All right, and then after that, we're going to do Celebrity Wire.
Yup, and Chris Brown, he's finally talking about the shooting that happened at his album release party.
All right, Stalley is here, always into something.
Yeah.
Lizette, we got Stalley in here. Good morning, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Man, we always into something.
Always. Especially this early.
Yeah, what you want to say, Lizette?
Oh, I just wanted to give a big heads up to Stalley, Flashlight in Ohio, because we grew up with Teenage Wonders, Slay, Please. So, you know, ain't no reason why Ohio can't do whatever they want to do.
That's right.
That's right. Thank you.
And if you wanted to clear your throat and gargle, you can do that too, Lizette.
I knew y'all was going to say something, but guess what? That's a smoking voice.
Oh, that's your smoking voice. All
Ohio
right.
in the building.
Man, you must be smoking crack the way she sounds.
She a lady, Sway.
I mean, come on, man. She sound like Froggy. Stalley hanging out, man. Join us for the Celebrity Wire, all right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right, 25 minutes into the hour. Tracy G, what you got?
So on Monday, we talked about how Chris Brown, he had an album release party, and then somehow it like flipped into a bullet release party because, you know, Suge Knight, the founder of Death Row Records, he was shot at multiple times. There were 2 other guests at the party who were also shot at, and because Suge, he was standing right next to Breezy when he was targeted, a lot of people actually speculate that the bullets were meant for Chris Brown because there was all this alleged affiliation. Well, there are all these reports that he's allegedly affiliated with the Bloods. And Breezy, he took to Twitter, you know, that's his favorite space to clear up things. He said, it's disappointing that we as a society can't have fun or enjoy ourselves without any altercation sometimes. Miss me with the bullshit. And then an official statement came from his rep saying this incident did not involve Chris. He was merely the host of the event and that he's going to cooperate with the investigation. But Suge Knight and the 2 other guests, they are still in stable condition.
Shit, I wouldn't have put that in a press release. Damn. He's going to cooperate with the investigation. Yeah. Man, you ain't got to say that.
Yeah,
I mean, you gonna put that in a press release?
Guilty until proven innocent, right?
Damn.
And then speaking of Chris Brown, his girlfriend, Karuchi, damn, yo, she got played. She was hosting 106 in Park, and they, of course, were doing their VMA coverage, and they had a segment, Top 6 Things Blue Ivy Thought at the VMAs. And that resulted with her soul pretty much getting shredded by all of the hardcore Beyonce fans. Listen to this.
Here are the top 6 things Blue Ivy thought about the VMAs with number 6.
I really did wake up like this because my parents never combed my hair.
I can't.
Sorry, Blue. I love you.
Oh my gosh, that was sabotage, man. That was, first of all, I think it was a horrible segment to do because you're talking about somebody's kid.
A child.
A child. So, and I know how
girl.
TV works. Karuchi was probably, I know how TV works. She didn't write that.
Not at all.
Number 1, she didn't come up with the segment. Number 2.
And number 3, that was actually revised into her script 10 minutes before she went on air.
Yo, man, that's not. It's just gone too far, man. It's
Yeah.
gone too far. It's gone too far. It's gone too far, Stalley. It's gone too far, man. It's gone too far. Leave that kid alone, man. Something gotta be off limits.
Nah, for real, they need to leave the kids alone, period. Like, everybody's getting, they just, man, leave the kids alone.
It ain't entertaining, it ain't funny.
It's definitely not.
I don't care who you are, how much power you got. Leave that kid alone, man.
Let the kid be a kid.
Let the kid be, that's somebody's child you talking about. Somebody you're going to be begging or asking to be on your stage, on your screen at some point or another.
10 years.
Hey, man, can we make a rule? Leave the kids out of it.
Please.
Just focus on the adults. You could have came up with top 6 reasons Jay-Z or Beyonce or whatever. Why not talk? Leave the kid alone.
Unnecessary.
You ever been sabotaged like that, man? Like Karuchi got, you know.
Nah, she got thrown under the bus.
That's her debut.
Oh, yeah.
Her debut. Grand opening, grand closing. Right?
Bye, Karuchi.
That's definitely what Hov said when he made that call. Like, hold up, BT.
Right?
Y'all tripping.
I heard 106 Park got suspended, right?
Yeah, for a week.
For a week.
And you know, whenever you do
you
stuff
can't
like
mess with
that.
the Carters.
Not with the throne.
Not with their kid, man.
Nah, definitely not.
Leave the kid
like
alone.
you said, the darts is one thing, but the kid,
come on, man. That's off limits, man. Ohio's coming out October 28th.
Yes.
We just world premiere Always Into Something. Jackin Chevys, the video has already been released.
Yes.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.